Hello everybody, I am V. Ragasuma. Welcome to my chemistry class. Today's class, I am going to explain you about the organometallic compounds. Organometallic compounds are the organic compounds in which a metal atom is directly linked to the carbon atoms are called organometallic compounds. These organometallic compounds are very important in our daily life. So these different types of compounds that we prepare are used in the polymerization reactions. They are used in the, for example, anti-knocking agent in the petrol, for the rubber preparation, in the spectroscopy. So for the preparation of silicon polymers, in such a way, there are different applications for the organometallic compounds. Now we'll see the nomenclature, introduction, nomenclature, classification of the organometallic compounds. So organometallic compounds contain metal carbon bond. An organometallic compound, it is generally defined as that one which possesses a metal carbon bond. The bond is between one or more carbon atoms of an organic group or a molecule and a metal atom. Okay, so the organic group can be alkyl radical or a carbon atom in a molecule. So organometallic compounds are nothing but the compounds which contain metal atom directly linked to the carbon atom of the hydrocarbon molecule. Okay, so these are called as the organometallic compounds. Once again, I'm defining organometallic compounds are the organic compounds in which a metal atom is directly linked to a carbon atom. Such type of compounds are called as organometallic compounds. Organometallic compounds you can otherwise tell as those in which metal atom is bonded directly to carbon of the hydrocarbon radical or a molecule. Such type of compounds are called as the organometallic compounds. We'll see the nomenclature. So nomenclature is nothing but naming of the compounds. So the organic group should be first named, followed by the metal. So organometallic compounds will be having carbon, it is having tetravalency. Okay, one bond, one of the carbon is having four bonds, four directions. One will be having, so one bond is bonded to the metal. Here, this carbon bond is bonded to the metal. Okay, so this metal can be sodium, lithium, magnesium, lead, zinc, cadmium, etc. There can be even be some of the non-metals. So for example, a boron, phosphorus, even silicon can be attached. Okay, so in some organic compounds, the metal atoms are linked to oxygen instead of carbon. Okay, such type of compounds are not called as organometallic compounds. I'm repeating, in some of the organic compounds, metal atom it is linked to oxygen instead of carbon. Such type of compounds are not called as organometallic compounds. So what are organometallic compounds? The compounds which are directly, in which the carbon atom is directly linked to the metal. Carbon linked to metal. That is organometallic compound. In case if it is attached to oxygen, then that compound is not called as an organic compound. Example, you can see sodium methoxide. Okay, sodium methoxide, CH3ONa. O is attached to Na. So it is not called as the OMC. So metal attached to carbon is nothing but an organometallic compound. Now in this naming, organic group is first named followed by the metal. Okay, so here CH3Li, this is the bond. So carbon, three sides you're having hydrogens and one bond is to the lithium. CH3, it means that For carbon, there are 4 bonds, tetravalency. 3 hydrogens are linked surrounding the carbon. 1 bond is bonded to the metal. Okay, that is lithium. So you call it as methyl lithium. First, we have to call our alkyl group. Then we have to go for the metal. Now, coming to the second compound, CH3CH2. You can also call as C2H5. This is an alkyl group. Okay, so hydrogens are surrounding the carbon, and this carbon is attached to this carbon. It is having 2 hydrogens and 1 more bond to the magnesium. Okay, the second group element. So it is bonded to the magnesium. So even this compound, you can call it as a Grignard reagent. So RMgX. R is the alkyl group, MgX. So ethyl magnesium bromide. First, you have to name the alkyl group, then the metal. Okay, so ethyl magnesium bromide, methyl magnesium bromide. Okay, so this is the organic magnesium organometallic compound. Now, some more examples. Here you're having this ethyl group, say CH3CH2. You can directly take as C2H5. So this C2H5, there are 4 groups. Ethyl groups are 4. So you call it as tetra ethyl lead. TEL you call. So it is an anti-knocking agent. So in the petrol, we add this one, tetraethyl lead, anti-knocking agent. So to avoid the sounds, they'll be adding this E. Okay. So anti-knocking agent, you call it as tetraethyl lead. Similarly, okay, this one already I've explained you, CH3Li, methyl, magnesium, okay, methyl lithium. Similarly, methyl magnesium bromide also connect. Now, this one, CH3 thrice aluminium, trimethyl aluminium, trimethyl aluminium. Now, the next example, you can have C2H5 MgBr. C2H5 MgBr. Okay, so it's nothing but the same compound. Ethyl magnesium bromide. Still, there are some more examples. Trimethyl tin bromide. You can take still some more examples I'm telling you. There are many compounds. So, trimethyl tin bromide. CH3 thrice SNBr. And next one, C6H5HgCl. C6H5HgCl. Phenyl mercury chloride. Phenyl mercury chloride. The other example. Okay. Still you're having bis 2, 4, 6 trichlorophenyl bromide. So there are many examples we can discuss. Okay. So organometallic compounds, still in the 4th group also you can have some derivatives of the parent hydrates. Dimethyl silicon dimethyl dichlorosilane, CH3 twice SiCl2. Okay, C6H5 SnBr3, phenyl tribromostanane. I'm repeating, C6H5 SnBr3, phenyl tribromostanane. So these are different types of compounds where I have given only some examples were given. The nomenclature of the organometallic compounds, how you name. The first one organic group and then metal. For that, I have given you examples. Still some more examples which were not given on the slide were also discussed. Now, let us go for the classification of the organometallic compounds. So, organometallic compounds, basically you are having 4 types. Generally, you don't see this mixed OMC. You will be coming across only 4 types. Okay. So, based on the nature of the metal carbon bond, based on the nature of the metal bond carbon, this bond, okay, OMCs are classified into 5 types. 5 types. One is ionic organometallic compounds. The second one is sigma bonded covalent organometallic compounds. The third one is pi bonded organometallic compounds. The fourth one is bridge bonded organometallic compounds. And the fifth one is mixed organometallic compounds. So now we'll see in detail what are the different types of organometallic compounds. So the first one is ionic bonded organometallic compound. Ionic bonded organometallic compound. The name itself will explain you what is the nature of the bond. It is ionic in nature. Okay. So the organometallic compound of highly electropositive metals, with ionic bond between the metal and the carbon. Okay. MC bonded compounds are organometallic compounds. M bond C compounds are nothing but organometallic compounds. If that bond is ionic bond, then such type of compounds are called ionic bonded organometallic compounds. So here the metal is highly electropositive metal. What is electropositive nature? The tendency to give the electrons is nothing but electropositive nature. So if the tendency to lose the electrons is more, then you call it as highly electropositive metals. So such metal is bonded to the carbon of the hydrocarbon moiety. Then those type of compounds are called as the ionic bonded organometallic compounds. Now metal will be having positive charge, and the organic group, it acts as a carbanion, the negative moiety. Metal will be having in the M bond C, metal is having plus charge. Organic group will be having minus charge. Okay, so such type of compounds are ionic bonded OMCs. Okay, so here in these organometallic compounds, metal has the positive charge, organic group exists as a carbanion with the negative charge. Example, organometallic compounds of 1A except of lithium. I'm repeating, organometallic compounds of 1A except of lithium, and organometallic compounds of calcium, strontium, barium, that is of 2A group elements, come under this category. So 1A group elements all come under this category except of lithium. And organometallic compounds of second A, generally calcium, strontium, barium of 2A group elements come under this category. So acetylides of 1A and 2A group metals like sodium acetylene, calcium acetylide, etc. all these come under the ionic bonded OMCs. Okay, so cyclopentadiene with the metal bonded, even that is having the ionic bond. Okay, cyclopentadiene bond M with the metal, even that will be having the ionic bond between the metal and the carbon moiety. So these ionic bonded OMCs are colorless and they are salt-like solids. They are colorless and salt-like solids and insoluble in organic solvents. These are insoluble in organic solvents, and these are soluble in polar solvents. Okay, example, you can take water, polar nature. So water, take generally plus and minus ions will be forming. So polar solvents, these are soluble in the polar solvents, and these are insoluble in organic solvents. So this carbon compound containing solvents are nothing but organic solvents. In that, these doesn't dissolve. Generally, ionic will be dissolving in polar solvents. Now, organometallic compounds of 1A, 2A group metals come under this category. Only lithium is excluded in 1A group elements. Okay, so example also I have given you here, diphenyl calcium. I have given you the example. It's nothing but diphenyl calcium. Previously I told you, no, C5H5 bond M. C5H5 bonded compounds come under this category. Okay, so now for the ionic compounds, one example is here. One example is C6H5 tries, C6H5 tries C minus Na, cyclopentadienyl sodium. Example of ionic bonded OMC, cyclopentadienyl sodium. And the next example is, okay, so cyclopentadienyl calcium. Cyclopentadienyl calcium. Similarly, cyclopentadienyl sodium come under this category. Okay, these are the examples of the ionic bonded organometallic compounds. Now, let us go for the second category. The second one is the sigma bonded organometallic compounds. Sigma bonded organometallic compounds. Sigma bonded organometallic compounds. These are otherwise called as covalent organometallic compounds. Okay, so why you call these are covalent bonded organometallic compounds? Okay, sigma bonded OMC or covalent bonded OMC. In these compounds, the metal atom and the organic carbon, metal atom and the organic compound are bonded with the covalent bond. And in the covalent bond, you're having two types. One is a sigma bond, the other one is a pi bond. So if the covalent bond is sigma, then that is sigma bonded organometallic compounds. I'm repeating, the organometallic compounds in which the organic carbon is bonded to metal by a covalent bond, which is sigma bond, is called covalent or sigma bonded organometallic compounds. Okay, the organometallic compounds of non-transition elements, the organometallic compounds of non-transition elements except of 1A and 2A, 1A and metals with the least electropositive nature come under this category. Previously, high electropositive nature. Here, the metals with least electropositive nature come under this category. In the ionic, you are having high electropositive. Here, least electropositive nature metals come under this category. Next, the organometallic compounds of non-transition elements except of 1A here, other than 1A and 2A elements. And okay, 1A and 2A elements or metals with less electropositive nature are covalent organometallic compounds, are called as a covalent organometallic compounds. Even the non-metals form this type of OMCs. Now, here examples, methyl lithium. Okay, so lithium there it is excluded and here it is included. So methyl lithium, ethyl magnesium bromide, diethyl zinc, tetraethyl lead, dimethyl cadmium, okay, methyl tin chloride, all these come under this category. Okay, all these come under this category. Okay, I'm repeating, methyl lithium, ethyl magnesium bromide. Okay, here it's not given. Methyl lithium, diethyl magnesium bromide, diethyl zinc, tetraethyl lead, dimethyl cadmium, methyl tin chloride. Methyl tin chloride come under this here. Methyl tin chloride come under this category. Okay, so depending upon the electronegative difference between the metal and the carbon, organic group, the polarity of the covalent organic covalent organometallic compound changes. Okay, so depending upon electronegative difference between metal and carbon of organic group, the polarity of the covalent OMC will change. Okay, the polarity, it depends upon the electronegative difference. Also the availability of the metal orbitals and electron cloud polarizability and the steric requirements. Okay, so the polarity of these compounds depends upon the electronegative difference between the metal and carbon, availability of the metal orbitals, electron cloud polarizability, and the steric requirements. Okay, depending on these, the polarizability of this OMC will change. Now, examples were also discussed. Okay, examples I have told you now: methyl lithium, ethyl magnesium bromide, trimethyl tin chloride, TEL, dimethyl zinc. Okay, diethyl zinc, dimethyl zinc. In the same way, diethyl zinc, tetraethyl lead, TEL. Okay, dimethyl cadmium you can take, methyl tin chloride you can take. Okay, trimethyl tin chloride, methyl tin chloride you can take. So these are the examples for the sigma bonded organometallic compounds. Now let us see the third category, that is the pi bonded organometallic compounds. So pi bonded organometallic compounds. So the organometallic compounds, the organometallic compounds in which empty d orbital of metal, organometallic compounds in which empty d orbital of metal overlaps with pi bond of the organic group. Pi bond of the organic group. Such type of compounds are called pi bonded organometallic compounds. So the organometallic compounds in which empty d orbital of metal, empty metal transition metals will be having empty d orbitals. They overlap with the organic compound, you're having pi bonds. Okay, I hope you have understood. Organic compounds are having, here you're having the bond between M and C. C, carbon from organic compound. M, metal. Metal is having empty d orbitals. Organic group carbon is having double bonds. That is nothing but pi bond. Double bond means you can call it as pi bond. So these pi electrons overlap. These pi electrons overlap with the empty d orbitals of the metal. So such type of compounds are nothing but pi bonded organometallic compounds. Okay, pi bond of the organic group will bond with the metal's empty d orbital. Now, the OMC of the transition metals are pi bonded. All the transition metals, I've told you metals. So under transition metals, all the metals generally form pi bonded organometallic compounds. Example, we can take sandwich compound, ferrocene you can take, a very metallocenes, a famous metallocene, ferrocene. This is the first pi bonded organometallic compound that is synthesized. Okay, Cp twice Fe, Cp, cyclopentadiene, Cp twice Fe, the formula Cp whole twice Fe, cyclopentadiene, 2 are there, bonded to the iron. Okay, similarly you're having some more metallocenes. Rutherosine, ruthenium will form. If iron forms, ferrocene. If ruthium forms, rutherosine. If chromium forms, chromosine. Okay, the formula is the same. Almost all are having the same formula. Cp twice, C5H. Cp means what? Cyclopentadiene. C5HY, whole twice. C5HY, whole twice. Okay, Cp whole twice. Cyclopentadiene. The formula is C5HY whole twice. If it is iron, C5HY whole twice. If it is iron, ferrocene. If it is C5HY whole twice, ruthium, rutherosine. If it is C5HY whole twice, Cr, then that is chromosine. Okay, so ferrocene is the first pi bonded organometallic compound synthesized, pi bonded OMC synthesized in the laboratory. So generally you call it as a sandwich compound, where iron is lying between two planes of Fe. You can see a sandwich between two breads. You'll be having the you'll be having a curry or something. Okay, egg. So you'll be having sandwich. Similarly here, two cyclopentadiene anions. These two are in two planes. In between you'll be having the iron. So pressing the iron in between, you'll be getting the sandwich structure. So C5H5 rings on two planes. In the center you'll be having iron. Here you can see the structure. Cyclopentadiene anion. These two are here. Iron is sandwiched between these two C5H5 rings. In case if it is ruthenium here, you call it as rutherosine. If it is Cr here, that is chromosine. Okay. So these categories come under the pi bonded organometallic compounds. Now we'll see the other example. The cyclopentadienyl structure is discussed in the next slide. The other example is Jesse salt. Okay, Jesse salt. It is nothing but potassium, okay, square brackets, platinum, trichloride, ethylene, whole brackets. Okay, Jesse salt is widely situated pi bonded OMC. Widely studied. See, as a ferrocene, even the Jesse salt is widely studied pi bonded OMC, where ethylene molecule is bonded to platinum through pi bond. Ethylene molecule. Ethylene means CH2 double bond, CH2. Ethylene means CH2 double bond, CH2 is the ethylene. Okay, so this ethylene molecule is having one pi bond. That pi bond is bonded to the, so that pi bond is bonded to the platinum. Okay, that is nothing but pi bond overlap. So this is the pi bonded OMC where ethylene molecule is bonded to platinum metal through pi bond. Here is the structure. Iron, I have shown you previous slide. Now this is the slide. Ferrocene you call. If it is ruthenium here, rutherosine. If it is chromium, chromosine. Okay. Cyclo-CpActylene, C5H5. Okay. C5H5 or Cp, cyclopentadiene. Okay. So these two C5H5, between these two you are having the iron. It is just like a sandwich compound. It's a sandwich compound, sorry. It's like a sandwich. Okay. Just in between the two bread slices, you'll be having a curry. In the same way here, iron. This iron is in between the two pentadienyl anions. Okay, cyclopentadienyl anions are two in between. This iron is getting sandwiched. So you call it as a sandwich compound. I told you, Jesse salt, even the double bonded, even this one, if this ethylene molecule double bonded, here one is a sigma bond, the other one is a pi bond. This pi bond is bonded to the platinum. This pi bond is bonded to the platinum metal. Okay, so through the pi bond it is attached to the carbon. Even this is an pi bonded OMC. Why? Because the metal is bonded to the carbon through its pi bond. Metal is bonded to its carbon through its pi bond. Okay, pi bond and the empty orbital of this metal bonded together, and thereby pi bonded organometallic compound is formed. Okay, this is Jesse salt. Okay, so ethylene, you are having ethylene and the platinum trichloride. Platinum trichloride. So this is just these two come under the category. Okay, so three sides you're having the chloride and one side you're having the ethylene molecule. Okay, so this is the completely an anion. Outside you can have the potassium. Okay, in the square brackets, platinum, 4 bonds, 3 are with the chlorine, 1 is with the ethylene group. Okay, the square brackets will be having minus charge and potassium. Okay, this is the Jesse salt, very widely we recall about this pi bonded OMC. Now coming to the fourth category. What is the fourth category? Bridged OMC. So the OMC in which two metals are linked, the organometallic compound in which two metal atoms are linked through an alkyl carbon which acts as a bridge, are called bridge bonded OMCs, organometallic compounds. The organometallic compound in which two metal atoms are linked through an alkyl group which acts as a bridge are called as the bridge bonded organometallic compounds. Al2, you are having Al2 bracket CH3 bracket 6. Okay, hexamethyl aluminium. Okay, aluminium, alkyl aluminium dimeric form. Similarly, Al2 brackets C2H5 whole of 6. Okay, so hexaethyl aluminium or else triethyl aluminium dimeric form. Similarly, you are having example dimethyl beryllium, dimethyl whole of n times, dimethyl beryllium whole of n times. These are polymeric compounds. Alkyl groups are the bridging groups between the metal and metal. Okay, next dimethyl magnesium also you can take the example. Okay, here carbon atom of bridging alkyl is equidistant. Carbon atom of the bridging alkyl is equidistant from both the metals. I told you alkyl groups are acting as a bridge between metal and metal. Different polymeric forms, different metal atoms will be there. Sorry, same metal atom, many number are there. Metal atoms are there. These are bridged through the alkyl groups. Alkyl group is nothing but the carbon groups, the carbon atoms. So carbon atom, it is equidistant between the two metals. Okay, such type of compounds are called bridged alkyl groups. Now MCM is formed by overlap of sp3 orbital. Metal carbon metal is formed by overlap of sp3 orbital of the carbon and metal orbitals. Okay, MCM bond is formed. Here bridging bonds are these three. Metal carbon metal bonds are the bridging bonds. So it is formed due to overlap of the sp3 orbital of the carbon and the metal orbitals. sp3 carbon and metal orbitals. In that way, this polymeric form bridged OMC is formed. Okay, so MCM bridge bond is two centered, two electron bond. Okay, sorry, three centered, 1, 2, 3. Three nucleus are there. One is a metal nucleus, one is the carbon nucleus, the other one is a metal nucleus. Three centered, 3C means three centered. Three centered, two electron bonds. Okay, such type of compounds are called as the bridged organometallic compounds. We'll see the example here. Okay, aluminium compounds. In the similar fashion, it can form even the ethyl groups. Here, methyl, aluminium. Okay, okay. So metal, carbon, metal bonds. They are equidistant. This distance is equal. Carbon to each metal, it is equal. MCM bonds. Three centered. Okay, three centered, but only two electrons will be there. Three centered, two electron bonds are there. Okay, three centered, two electron bonds are formed in between and they are equal distance. Okay, methyl, aluminium, methyl, aluminium, methyl. Similarly, methyl, aluminium, methyl, aluminium, methyl. Here you can have even the ethyl group, C2H5. So ethyl, aluminium, ethyl, aluminium, ethyl, aluminium, like that. Okay, so this is the structure of dimeric trialkyl aluminium, dimeric trimethyl aluminium. Okay, here I have taken the example of methyl group. So you can take even C2H5. Alkyl groups, you know, no? CH3, C2H5, C3H7, all these are alkyl groups. So any of the alkyl group can be written here. Okay, so here it is methyl group. You can write even the ethyl group, propyl group. Okay, so dimeric form, dimers, two. Here, okay, once if you see this one, if it is cleaved in this way, this is one monomer, this is the other monomer. So two combination will give you dimer. Okay, dimeric trialkyl aluminum structure. Now, let us go for the next classification. I hope you have understood. Now, mixed organometallic compounds. Mixed organometallic compounds are the compounds which possess both alkyl and other alkyl groups like halogen atoms. Okay, organometallic compounds which possess both alkyl and other groups. R group is there compulsory, a metal is there, and an alkyl group is there. Along with that, it can even contain the halogen atom, it can contain the OH groups, amine groups, hydroxyl groups, HSO4, coordinated NO groups. If such type of groups are included, then you can call it as mixed OMCs, mixed organometallic compounds. Generally, you'll be having simple OMCs. They can be symmetrical and unsymmetrical. Okay, so mixed and complex compounds, mixed or complex organometallic compounds contain both alkyl groups and even other groups like halogens, hydroxyl groups, amine groups, hydrogen sulfate groups, NO groups can contain. Such type of compounds are called mixed OMCs. Now, we are having different applications and uses for this. So generally how we prepare? We prepare by the direct method. Direct method, the preparations, direct method. So direct method is nothing but alkyl halide on reaction with the metal. Metal, alkyl halide is nothing but the direct method of preparation of the OMC. From the organomercury compounds also you can prepare. So alkyl mercury is taken and on reaction with the metal, you will be getting OMC compound. Okay, alkyl mercury compound is taken and reacted with the metal, you get OMC compound. That is the second way of preparation. The third one is transmetallation. So transmetallation is nothing but the metal is exchanged. For example, dimethyl mercury is taken and aluminum is taken. The metals are exchanged here. Transmetallation, metals are exchanged and OMC is prepared. For aluminum alkyl compounds, you do this. Aluminum OMCs, you go for this method. For lithium compounds, you go direct method in the organomercury method. Okay. So even for the Grignard reagent, direct method is applied for almost all the OMCs. Organomercury compounds also, it is generally applied for most of the OMCs. Transmetallation, we can see alkyl aluminum compounds. Okay. Metal halogen exchange, you can see. Metal halogen exchange we can see in the lithiums. Okay. So in the similar fashion, you can prepare the magnesium compounds, aluminum compounds, lithium compounds. Okay. Different types of OMCs can be prepared using these methods. These are the basic methods. Now, let us see the uses. So, what are the uses? See, once why we study a particular compound? Because in the daily life, we are using those compounds. These are useful for us. So, we study their properties, their preparation, we study about them, their properties, and thereby we synthesize them and we use them. Just because there is a use in our daily life, we are going for the preparations. So the first one is the uses. Triethyl aluminum. It is used as the catalyst in the polymerization of the ethylene. Okay, it is used in the preparation of the ethylene compounds. So polyethylene preparations, these are used as the catalysts. The next one is the TEL. TEL is used as the anti-knocking agent. It is used as the anti-knocking agent. In the petrol, along with the petrol, you will be having a few ml of TEL is also added. What is the use of the TEL? That TEL, it is small quantities they'll be adding. It is used as the tetraethyl lead. It is used as the anti-knocking agent in the petrol. Coming to the N-butyl sodium. Okay, so N-butyl sodium is used as the catalyst. Butyl sodium, it is used as the catalyst in the preparation of Buna rubber. Next, TMS, a very familiar example we can tell. Tetramethylsilane, a perfect standard for the NMR spectra. Proton NMR spectra, this is the perfect example. tetramethylsilane. It is used as a reference in that spectroscopy. And the next one is butadiene. Using butadiene and alkyl lithium catalyst. Butadiene and alkyl lithium catalyst, we are preparing the elastomers. Similarly, silicon polymers, they are having a very good property. Silicon polymer, silicon metal, polymer is a carbon. Even this is an organometallic compound. Using this silicon polymers, OMCs, we are preparing water resistant clothes, see, water repellent films and raincoats, gaskets, such type of different compounds are prepared. Why these are so much useful? Because they are having thermal stability and water resistance. For that reason, water repellent films and gaskets, so thermal resistant compounds are prepared. Different materials can be prepared. Okay, so these are the uses. Not only this, there are number of uses. So I have taken a few examples and explained you the uses of the OMCs. Okay, so today's class, what we have discussed what are the organometallic compounds. I have given you introduction. I have given you the nomenclature. I have explained you the classification, and in detail I have explained you the different types of OMCs. Ionic bonded OMC, sigma bonded OMC, pi bonded OMC. Their examples, bridge bonded OMCs, and mixed also we have seen. Okay, so mixed OMCs and what are the uses we have discussed in this session. I hope everybody have understood my class. Okay, thank you everybody.